Day. From Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Just a stone's throw from historic Monument Circle in downtown Indianapolis. We are at the beautiful Lucas Oil Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. The streak continues, doesn't it? They come in here a perfect 11-0. Meanwhile, for the visiting Titans, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Taken in the end zone, and they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25. So here are the Titans now for their first drive. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Derrick Henry, the Titan.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
On second down, here's Henry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on third down. He's got a man. It's Williams. And he will have a Titans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That's a first down pickup for Tennessee on a gain of 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now this throw caught left side. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on this first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
A first down carry for Henry. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
On second down, it's Henry. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area, and they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. This is Henry. And he's brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does, and in practice it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are, and you know what else is happening now? They're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do now. The key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. He's back to throw here to start the drive. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Brendan, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Second down, here's Eason. They'll find Paris Campbell, that's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
10 at the 40-yard line. That's the end of the 1st quarter.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st down, Jacob Eason. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis 1st down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now Eason. He's got Burton here. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the gun is Eason. Godwin has got it complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So 5 plays on this drive, Charles. All passes, all completions. And just like that, they're in the red zone.
And don't you think the playbook opens up a little bit more now? Because all they've done is throw the football. If you want to run it now, you may very well have them fooled.
Here's a 1st down throw that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it, because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic and people wanting to put a little contact on him. Really well done.
Now the rookie out of Wisconsin. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for the 1st with Taylor. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 3, he got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. And they'll find Pittman. And the Colts
Colts are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal. Taylor. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Second and goal from the 1.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Jonathan Taylor.
His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7.
Rigoberto Sanchez to kick off for
each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Titans coming back onto the field for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 3rd down, Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
4th down.
On 4th down, here's Brett Kern to punt the football away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Now Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense retakes center stage.
At his current pace, sure looks well in line for a 1,000-yard season, but some of the older folks watching that remember the 12-game seasons in the NFL probably say, man, it was a lot harder to do that back then.
Yeah, even the 14-game seasons. And, you know, when we talk to those veteran runners, some of those guys who wear gold jackets, right, and appear in Canton, they look at this and go, you know, it's kind of like going to school and taking 5 years to get your degree instead of just 4.
A victory lap. Well, they also used to walk uphill to school both ways.
In the snow.
In the snow.
Blizzards.
Milk was 5 cents. Hey, but he's having a great year, not to take anything away from him.
Eason on 2nd down.
Now a short one to Gesicki, and he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 7.
To throw on 3rd down. Eason. The man has got it. It's complete.
And he will have a 1st down
as they're into field goal range now at the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. Here's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason, catch made here by Campbell. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 20 as we wind down near 20 seconds left in the quarter.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
From the gun, Eason. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Not much there, only a yard. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half.
All time.
Set and ready to go for the 2nd half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Offense at the line and set to go. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this 2nd half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Eason gets this to Campbell out on the right side. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell, 79 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead.
For the extra point.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes it and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out come the Titans now. They'll have it first on offense to start the 3rd. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made. And that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Tennessee.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe they'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2. Looking to throw. Hansen. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. A.J. Epinesa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
All right, partner, count with me. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. Look, he had all day to throw the football and never got rid of it and allowed for the sack. That's not on the offensive line.
Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. It's a 54-yard punt with a return of 11. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
The 17-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and...
Again, it's Taylor. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And he will finally be taken down at the Titans' 35-yard line. A huge play that time for the Colts. 48 yards. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
1st and 10, Eason. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 11 more on that one and another first down.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game to play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play.
Popped in the air and intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And he's going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, he's just trying to throw this ball into the hole in the zone, but those windows can open and close quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So if the timing's not right, we'll see interceptions like that one right there.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass first.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown.
Corey Davis.
Corey Davis, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
So what did you say earlier, my man? You said one big play away from getting back in this game. And guess what? There it was.
Yeah, we talked about it. That despite the scoreline, they were that close on the road, and boom, there you go.
Well done, Nostradamus.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Time to see Jacob Eason and company go back to work. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead. So you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit. It allows him to go and be a little more free in his play.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Time keeps moving.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down. That fits the bill.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason over the middle, hauled in by Campbell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the 4th quarter. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 8-yard line.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
On 1st and 10, Hanson. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Down Titans.
From the gun, Hanson. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. A.J. Epinesa. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about it. Every single play, when you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hanson. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Oh, a 48-yard punt. Give them 9, though, on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead. I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They got to go thank the guys on D.
They'll throw on 1st down with Eason. The toss here completed to Pittman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And they get 17 more on that one and another 1st down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
The tackle made by Devontae Campbell. It's a pickup of 6. brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
They go right back to Mack. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead.
Here's Eason to throw.
He's got his tight end, Burton.
And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. That one looks like he'll throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Throwing is Eason.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
It's Jeffrey Simmons that time who got in to record the sack.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Marlon Mack, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Colts add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
So now the Titans down by 2 touchdowns, and time a huge factor. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And will bring it back. An interception return for a Colts TD.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25.
And here comes Tennessee as they get sent to take the field.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Throwing after the interception. Hansen is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, It's been pretty sensational.
Throwing on first down. Eason looking down. And this is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout. And actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the third quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the fourth quarter is ours. And they certainly weren't kidding.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal.
Eason sets to throw it.
The quick slant caught. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Rigoberto Sanchez.
Sanchez now. He'll kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that